Self-made man, what do you think about sending questionnaires to get all the basic info on the client's needs? Questionnaires are okay. Think about it like this. You ever paid for your own food at a restaurant and then they ask you for the tip and the payment and they go into a questionnaire? You don't even want to fill out a questionnaire for a $30 food that you just ate. If I'm spending $3,000, I damn sure don't want to fill out a questionnaire. So can it be done? Yes. I want to speak to a person. You ever bought something expensive and you called in for help and you got an automated service? You'd be mad as I don't know what. But if you buy something that's expensive and you speak to a person, you feel good about it. People are valuable. T-Mobile grew their business off offering better customer service. They offered value that was unmatched. They were disruptors, giving you all these crazy unlimited. And you know what they did next? Customer service. When you call in, it's like, thanks for calling, Ty. Stand by while we get you on the phone with one of our experts designed to help you. You're like, wow, okay, I get to talk to a person off rip. Man, I just got a quick question. How much is my bill? $3,000, cool. I'm gonna pay that in a minute. It's just, you know, you got to think about that. Yes and no. So I work in a situation where I pay people a day rate, even though I don't use them for a whole day. That's why people like working with me. If I got to use you for 4 hours, I'm gonna pay you a day rate. So if I don't make drastic changes to pay, people don't usually complain because on average, they're walking away with more than they work for. I like to budget it in, and that's just how I like to do business. I like to make sure people straight. I don't play with people's money. However, over time, yeah, that day rate should go up. I mean, just like at a job, people get raises and people want more money. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's up to you to decide how much that go up. It may go up $25. Now, the profit that you make off of it should go up enough to cover that and some. Remember, it's not a big deal to you and what you paying them because you passing that along to the client. The client is paying for it. Let's say I'm paying somebody $200 a day and the client paying $550 per person. And next year they pay $600 per person. I can take that $200 to $225 and still I'm just no harm to me. The client paying for it. They're eating the cost of it, not me. So, you want to make sure that your profit is the most important part of this thing. It's still iffy on justifying to a client if they need to pay for a third or fourth shooter. Okay, depending on what you're selling, depending on what service you're providing, there's certain services I provide that we're not going to touch without a 4 or 5 man shoot, period. Like, there ain't nothing to talk about. We need 5 people to shoot this. You're paying for somebody to pull your engine and they like, well, in the cost of this, we got to get a cherry picker. I can't lift your motor out. Like, this is just the cost of the tools. You don't have to word it separately if certain products require a crew of a certain size. And that's why I tell you to productize your services, make products out of them. So when you lay it out for a client, they see, okay, this requires 3 cameras. It requires 3 guys. It requires an audio guy and a switcher. We can't do this without that amount of people. So that's why the price is here. And remember, when you itemize items and you lay it out for clients, they can look at it and it makes sense as to why this is, $15,000. Because in their mind, they're thinking you're going to show up with a camera, point it over here, point that one over there, hit record, and you're going to sit back and do nothing. That's literally what they think is going to happen. So you have to make sure that you itemize it so that they understand it.
Hey, pause for a second. I know you're in the middle of something dope, but I want to make sure I tell you about a course over at FlashFilm Academy that changed the game for me. It literally took my business from attracting mostly low-end clients to consistently landing bigger clients with bigger budgets. It's called the 5 Key Steps for Creating an Effective Portfolio That Converts. If you're a photographer, videographer, editor, or graphic designer, this course teaches you how to take what your brand does well and present those things in a way to help the client understand how your brand can help solve their problem. This course isn't just about editing, but helping you understand that when clients are trying to make a decision on why or even if they should work with you, blasting them with your best video clips set to music just won't cut it anymore. It doesn't set you apart, show value, or help buyers in the process of making a decision. This course teaches you how to create a commercial for your brand, providing a first impression that will help you 10x your ability to land clients. Remember, if you can't effectively tell your story, clients won't hire you to effectively tell their story. Create a demo reel that sells the client before you even speak to them. Go ahead, click the link. Let's get started.
How many pages should your proposal be? It depends on what you're selling. My proposal is ready to sign. It includes my contracts. So it depends on what the client wants, because we explain the process of everything we do. This is what's going to happen next. Once you sign this, we're going to do this X, Y, and Z. So the proposal should have information about your company, why they should buy from you, what products they're looking at. Let me give you a thorough explanation of what's going to come with what you're looking at. What's the process? This is the process. This is what's going to happen next. Then we get to budget. This is what we quoted you. Here are some upsell items. Extremely important, because you can send over $1,000 proposal and get one back that's worth 10 if you have upsell items that properly explain what these are. The benefits, not the features. What do I mean, Ty? The benefit of having air-cooled seats is that your butt is crisp and cool in the summertime. The feature is the technology of blowers located under the seat that draw air up into who cares. The benefit is that your butt's gonna be cool in the summertime and it's gonna be warm in the wintertime. Then it should have the final amount. Once they click all of that, it should tell them right on the proposal, this is what your final amount should be. Then we're going to talk about what's going to be delivered. We're going to deliver you 5 video files in this format for use of this, that, and the other. Then below that will be contracts. Then it's going to be one signature for everything. I don't have to have 20,000 things. Michael Rodriguez says, how do you handle a customer that we work with for a low price or fee that didn't book us and we showed a real process? You don't work with them if they're not going to pay you. And a lot of that comes from how you establish that free relationship. You didn't take control of that free relationship. You don't walk in a business and say, we're going to shoot whatever you want for free. No, you say, listen, I'm working on this specific product. We're working on a client onboarding videos to help clients understand how to fill out the paperwork. Is that something that will work for you? If they say yes, you just shoot that. If they say no, what we need is X, Y, and Z. Pick one. And this is beta client. I teach this in beta client. We're going to go back to this. I teach this in beta client 101. But you want to find out what your target audience need. Now that you understand that, you can walk in the door and say, we're shooting just that. When you kill that, they'll buy whatever else from you, because the value is there. Even if they buy a second video, they feel like I'm buying one, getting one free. The value is there. And they see your work, and they understand how your process, and they understand the end result. You've just created a customer by shooting for free. Congratulations. The problem is people go in so hard, I'll shoot anything, whatever you want, I want. You get nothing from it. And then they're going to keep adding to it, keep adding to it, keep adding. Nope, I'm here to do this specific thing. That's it. Now, if we want to do some extra to that, we can talk about it, but this is what I'm here to offer. Is it necessary to have a completely different business name? Yes. I don't even got to read the rest of that. Yes. Hell yes. Yes. If you do weddings and you have a brand designed for weddings, it will only appeal to weddings. It will only appeal to brides and grooms. Companies don't want to touch wedding photographers. Just like brides and grooms don't want to touch commercial photographers. You know how I learned this? When I finally split it up, and every doggone bride and groom, it was like all we kept getting was companies, just businesses. And every company was like, we just got a bunch of wedding photographers. I learned that on Thumbtack. When I was using one brand to apply to both, to submit to both, and I had wedding photos mixed with brand, they were like, we don't want that. Think about it. To you as a content creator, it's the same. I'm just exposing, using lighting. They don't look at it like that. That's why you got to have these conversations with your beta client. They don't look at it like that. Just because you can take pictures of babies, you can't take pictures of dogs. To them, it's completely different. To you, it's the same. I'm using a 50 millimeter f1.8. We're lighting it the same. Like, what's the deal? They don't look at it like that. It's completely different.
Hey, keep in mind that the video you just watched contains clips from a longer lecture that's available to our gold members at FlashFilmAcademy.com. You can go to FlashFilmAcademy.com to watch the complete lectures if you want to get all the gems and all the information, or you can stay on the channel and continue watching some of our content here. Just click one of those boxes somewhere around here. Just, yeah, you know where to go. Right up in here, somewhere, wherever it pops up, you know what to do. You got this.